Well, Heidi ho, my peeps. If this is not the perfect day for doing some yard work, I don't know what is. Mallory's loving it. There's a little bit of sun there, and she can get a little warmth. Her porch needs cleaning, as usual. But I thought I would give you a little glimpse at my jungle of broadleaf weeds that are invading my front yard. I've been out here for a little while, maybe 45 minutes. I had to go find all my tools first. Once I found those, then I came inside the yard, and you can see that I've done some weed pulling and reduction in that area. But I've got quite a ways to go. There are my hokas I'm wearing my gardening socks. I bought these socks from my mom years ago. I don't think she ever wore them, so now I wear them and I love them. Any hooter, I'm sitting here observing my domain, and it's a good day to be alive. It's a good day to be outside because it has rained intermittently, just a tad, sprinkles more or less. It's cool, there's a slight breeze, but the sun is warm. Isn't it, Mal? She says yes it is. Let me flip this around. There's very little sun, but I am slathered in mineral sunscreen. I don't know what it is. It's mostly zinc oxide, I guess. And it's a little scary, but I don't care. I don't want the sun on me, and I can't find my really good sun hat. So screw it. I'm gonna take a bath in mineral sunscreen today. So anyway, God, so much has happened since I saw you last. So I'm going to unspool my life backward, starting with yesterday afternoon. On our way home from seeing the baby for the first time, which I'll talk about, Grant and I went to Costco. He got his regular stuff he always gets, and then we drove past the dumpster at Home Depot. Now, those of you guys who have been following me for a while, or at least since the pandemic, you probably remember all my videos of the great dumpster hauls that I got from Home Depot. And boy, I tell you, I got some amazing stuff from Home Depot over those years, much of which didn't make it, unfortunately. And it's not because there was anything wrong with the plants, but when I started to lose my grip and get sick, and depressed and every other damn thing, I stopped, going over, making sure things got watered and fed and all that. And slowly over time, plants they'll die of neglect, and a lot of mine did. But that's okay. So what I hauled yesterday were a bunch of yellow pansies and some ranunculus and 4 or 5 lavender plants, and then the thing that made me most happy, an olive tree. I actually found like a 2.5 or 3 foot tall olive tree in the dumpster, and it blew my mind because I've been talking to Grant about wanting to either hatch from olive seed or hatch from olive seed or grow from a cutting olive trees. I know I'll probably be dead before they're, even 5 foot high, but I don't care. It's a process, and it's a process I would like to throw myself into. And it's a result of doing all of my ancestry explorations on my dad's side of the family, because I've reconnected with some people from my long ago past that are on my dad's side. And I've discovered new people that I never knew were there. So that's been pretty darn exciting. I've enjoyed that. Um, I'm and so I'm thinking a lot about Italy and what's indigenous, what's iconic in Italy, um, or at least in our area of Italy where my family came from. And that includes things like pesto. They're real famous for their pesto, which they grow in a very interesting way. They grow the basil in a very interesting way, and it's ground up with garlic, of course, and olive oil and pine nuts as well. So I've been kind of studying that, and I want to learn how to do it in the same way that my great grandmother did it. I want to learn to do that. They're also famous, that area, for a special kind of pasta. I don't think I've talked about it yet. It's called crosetti, and crosetti are little medallions of pasta that gets pressed out in a crosetti press. And I actually had one made for my sister for her birthday because she visited that area of Italy last year and went to our family village and just had a wonderful time. And she comes back and she says, "Wow, Cheryl, we really need to go together and really hang out and spend some time there." So we're kind of looking at 2025, maybe going and doing that then. But until then, I've been doing a lot of research. Anyhow, I went ahead and I ordered her a crosetti press, and it came last week, and I already gave it to her. And here I am going to insert a couple of photos. One is of the crosetti press. The next is of my great grandmother's mortar and pestle that belongs to my third cousin now. She's 89 years old and a real pistol. I love her. Anyway, I'm trying to find one that's that size, that's an antique. I found an antique one that looks very much like what you're going to see, but it's a little bit small, and I need something that's at least 4 cups in volume, and I think this one is about 2 cups in volume. So as much as I like it, it wouldn't be a smart buy because I wouldn't really be able to use it as effectively as I would like to. So I'll show you my grandmother's, and then what else was I going to show you? The mortar and pestle and the crosetti press. I think that's it. So take a look at these. So the name at the top, Silvani, was my family name, and the name at the bottom, Di Vincenzi, was my great grandmother who married into the Silvani line. So I thought that would be a real nice gift for my sister, particularly because they both came from the same village. She came to the United States a couple of years before he did, and then when he got here, they were married almost immediately. And so I'm really interested in learning all of this stuff. I guess it's something you do when you get older. I've known other people who all of a sudden are interested in their ancestry when they couldn't care less about it when they were 35. Now that they're 65, it's like, oh, I want to know everything. Well, that's where I'm at. So I've been doing that. So anyhow, about the baby. Baby was born on the 5th. He came home a couple of days ago, like 3 days ago. And Grant and I went over to see him for the first time yesterday. While he was in the hospital is very strict about their visiting, and only one non-parental visitor was allowed each day, and you couldn't switch it up. It couldn't be like maternal grandma gets to see him in the morning and dad's mom gets to come see him in the afternoon. No, it was just one person per day. Because my daughter-in-law had a cesarean section, she had her mom come in, which makes complete sense. So she gets out of the hospital, they go home. They were home for a day, and then we went there yesterday. We had lunch. It was lovely. So anyhow, the point of all this is just to say that I did get to have my my pictures with the baby, and I will insert them here. So, done and dusted. I got that out of the way. And now I'm turning my attention and my mind and my energy toward cleaning up around my place, continuing to put the house in order, which I've been doing for a few weeks now, and that's going along just swimmingly. The music room is in fine shape. It's clean, and I'm using it now. I've been practicing my bass every night for a couple of weeks, and I need to have Grant do a few things for me, put up some more curtains and hang my kimonos up on the wall, do a few things like that. But, it's ready to go, ready to use. I'm going to work on the yard today. Then I think I will probably jump into scrubbing down my front porch and all of the furniture and getting that arranged in a reasonable fashion. I need to make a slipcover for the little antique sofa that we have out there. I have some a canvas drop cloth that Grant brought me from Harbor Freight, and I'm going to turn that into a slipcover. So it'll be comfortable. The upholstery that's on it right now is this plastic naga hide that breaks every time you sit on it because it's ancient. It's from the 50s. So I have a little bit of that kind of thing to do. I might even do a little touch-up painting on the inside of the porch, just freshen everything up. So that is going to be my endeavor for, probably the next couple of weeks. I think this is day number 3 that I've been out here. Gosh, it's beautiful today. A little breeze, not too hot, but warm. And just a great day to be outside. I'm going to give you a little look-see of what I've done for the past couple of days. This is actually the first day it hasn't been seriously overcast or raining in the past, few days. So let me show you this. I haven't made a lot of progress, but I have cleared that brick patio with the stepping stones in the center of it. And I've knocked down a lot of the broadleaf weeds. I'm going to take care of this area around the sundial and everything along the fence there. And then I think I'm going to try to get this all handled today as well. And there's little Mallory. Mallory, what you doing? What you doing, little girl? Are you enjoying being out in the sun? Little old Mallory. She's doing pretty good for an old diabetic dog. I have to give her credit. Hey, Mal. What day are we on? Are we on day number 5? I believe we are on day number 5 of getting my yard cleaned up. So, made some progress, as you can see. Looking good. Still haven't hit this flower bed yet. I'm gonna walk over here. So I did some trimming on this rose bush. I still need to deal with that one. But I'm ready to sweep and bring some of my potted flowers in. I kind of got that cleared up a little bit. And I want to show you, part of the problem with, well, I guess it's not a problem, it's just the process. of cleaning a yard, especially if you have not been on your game for a while, which describes me, is that you find all these little areas of minutia that can take hours to get done. For example, this top section of fence I no longer need. Mallory cannot climb over that anymore. I do want to keep this bottom section here, but it sits too far down on the inside of the yard, and what I need to do is put it on the other side of my green fence, which will give it a much tidier look. It will clear up all this mess up in here so I can get that nicely raked and keep it clean looking. So before I can do any of that, I had to get over there and start raking and pulling out the weeds that were on that side, just to give myself room so I could see what the heck I was doing. So, you know, this little thing's going to take me the rest of the day. I have a lot of stuff that has fallen back behind my stone wall that needs to be pulled out. Things like this cable need to be put away. All of this gardening stuff needs to be put away. And so it goes. So I'm not quite finished, obviously, but that is a bit neater, not neat, but neater than it was before. There's a section I took out, and that will be reused somewhere, I don't know. But I started to clean this up a little bit, and yeah. So that's one of the many types of things I need to do as I reclaim dominion over my yard. Let's see if you can, well, let's see if you can see me if I turn this around. Whew. It's mid-afternoon on day 5. I am yet again slathered in SPF, I don't know, 350, nah, SPF 50 mineral sunscreen. Yeah, dang it, I love being outside. It's been so long. It's been years, really, since I've been able to come out here, since I've had the energy or the stamina or the strength or anything. And I look so much older now than I did the last time I was out here. I look at some of my old videos when I'm doing yard work. It's like, man, I used to be a young chick, and that was only 5 years ago. Anyhow, it's all right. I'm an old lady out here doing my old lady gardening, and I'm owning it. So I think I'm going to call it a day for this video, and my next video I'm going to come back and show you how much more I've gotten done. So thank you guys, those of you who hung around this long to kind of be with me on my return journey out into the yard. I hope you guys are all having wonderful days or evenings wherever you are, and I'll come see you again soon. Bye.